Hey, good morning, students. Let us go today for the next topic, and the next topic is cold cathode ionization. And based on the cold cathode ionization, we are going to study one kind of a gauge. So, before that, let us try to understand what is meant by cold cathode ionization. What cathode ionization we have studied last time, and based on the same, we have studied one kind of a gauge. A cold cathode ionization gauge measures the vacuum pressure by ionizing a gas molecules inside the vacuum gauge and then measuring the resulting ion current. The amount of ion current generated from the ionized gas is proportional to the pressure in the vacuum system, and it is dependent on the type of the gas used. So this is the principle of cold cathode ionization. Based on this, the cold cathode ionization is working. The type of cold cathode ionization gauge is a penning gauge, and this is the diagram or pictorial representation for the penning gauge. Now in the diagram you can observe the arrow shows the magnetic field applied in a particular direction, right? And there are various parts into it. The parts of the diagram are already named here. So this is a mirror cathode at negative high voltage. So this blue like of a chief is a mirror cathode at negative voltage, right, at the upper and at the bottom level, isn't it? And these are the ionized plasma, or I can say partly ionized plasmas. This gray colored or gray shaded bars are chimneys, right? And at the right side there is a small slit between the two gray colored bars. This is called as an extraction slit, and right, and this is the anode on ground potential, and here is this is a red colored line. It's a hydrogen gas inlet, right? So you might have understood the diagram. Let's go for the next slide. Now let us try to understand the diagram. An important class of the gauge in the medium to high vacuum range is based on the cold cathode ionization, or I can say cold gas discharge in the crossed electric and magnetic field. That means electric field and magnetic field are cross to each other, perpendicular to each other, isn't it? In such gas discharge, free electrons are accelerated by the electric field and are trapped by the magnetic field, so that they have a very long path length, much longer than the gauge dimensions. This means that even at low pressures, these electrons have a good chance of ionizing gas molecules. Many configurations are possible for such gauges, which are often referred as a penning gauge. Since the most popular configurations are based on the penning discharge, so the discharge of the electron is taking place uh, at the chimney, isn't it? And the plasma is ionized. So this kind of a penning gauge is invented in 1936. The cold cathode discharge gas as a method to measure the pressure below 10 to the power minus 3 torr. This range of calculation of the pressure or vacuum measurement by using the penning gauge is very important. Many times you can find this question in various competitive exams. So please remember this range of measurement of a vacuum or a pressure by using the penning gauge. It is below 10 to the power minus 3 torr. This penning gauge increases the probability of ionizing the gas by placing a magnetic field parallel to the path of ions and electrons, which forces both particles into a helical path, into a helical trajectory. What kind of both kind of particles? That is electrons and ions. And the diagram for the helical path of electrons and ions is shown on the slide. So this is all about the penning gauge. So in short, what is the important part? Important part is crossed electric and magnetic field is used in kind of a penning gauges. It is a cold cathode ionization gauge, and the range of the vacuum or the pressure measured by using the penning gauge. That's all. So hope you have understood the operation of the penning gauge. So with this we'll stop here. Next time we'll come out with the next video. Thank you.